Your real estate professional wants to help you sell your home for the most amount of money in the least amount of time. The purpose of this video is to help you achieve that result by pricing your home at market value. When selling your home, there are two important decisions: selecting your real estate agent and establishing your price. Many sellers make the mistake of establishing their asking price first, then selecting an agent who agrees to it. That often leads to listing with the highest bidding agent instead of the most qualified agent. Then sellers often say, another agent will list it at a higher price. An agent who gains your listing at a high price now will simply require successive price reductions later. If you were making weekend plans and were dependent on the weather, would you choose a forecaster who promised sunny days or the one who is most accurate? When you are making selling decisions that are dependent on the market, choosing an agent who will tell you the truth will create a better outcome than one who agrees with your price. Professionals believe that it is better to lose a listing by telling the truth than to gain it by overpricing. You want your doctor, your financial advisor, and your real estate professional to give you honest advice. It's the only way you can make proper decisions and plans. These professionals don't create your situation, they merely report on it to help you respond properly. Getting a new doctor, for example, won't change your medical condition. An agent's role is to sell your home, not price it. Ideally, you should select your agent first, then together determine the price of your home. So how do you select a real estate agent? Before discussing the value of your home, help your real estate agent understand your situation, motivation, and timing, because these critical factors will determine your pricing strategy. Then, during the listing presentation, evaluate his or her ability to manage the marketing of your home, expose your home to qualified buyers, secure and convert prospect leads, communicate during the listing period, negotiate the final agreement, and close the transaction. And regardless of the market, the agent most competent in these areas will help you get the highest price. So, how do I establish the asking price? You should select your asking price the same way you determined what to pay for your home when you bought it. You probably compared this home to other homes for sale and arrived at a value. Will buyers still determine value the same way? They compare your home to others for sale in their price range, and with mobile technology, they can do this instantly. So by the time they see your home, they've already examined your competition and know their options. When you choose your price, you choose your competition. So you must position your home at market value to attract the most qualified, most motivated buyer. How is market value determined? Market value is the price at which a willing seller and a willing buyer will agree to complete a purchase within a reasonable amount of time. And it can be determined by examining three categories: homes that are for sale, those that have sold, and those that have expired. Now, the homes for sale, they represent your competition in the upper end of the price range. Sold properties, they represent the reality of the market and are most important for determining the market value of your home. And generally, the market value is at the top of the range of solds and at the bottom of those for sale. So market value might be right in this area. Now, there is a final category that includes homes that did not sell during their listing term. These are called expired listings and represent the out-of-range price. Now, if you price in this range, then your home will remain unsold as well. So to position your home properly in the market, you need market data. Market data needs to be current, accurate, and local, and your best source for it is your real estate professional. Now, the internet provides access to huge amounts of information from a variety of sources, but much of it is misleading, estimated, and outdated. Professionals give feedback, not advice. Instead of telling you what to do, they will tell you what the market is doing so you can decide together how to price your home. The factors that affect your pricing decision are absorption rate, expressed in months of inventory. A large supply of inventory indicates a buyer's market and requires you to price lower within the range. A smaller supply of inventory indicates a seller's market and allows you to be more aggressive with your pricing. Market direction, whether rising, falling, or stable. Now, if the market is rising, you can lead it a bit. But if it's flat or falling, you need to be right at market value. Your real estate agent may provide other statistics such as average days on market and value per square foot. Having analyzed this information, you'll be able to make your own informed pricing decision. Whether an electronic presentation or a printed report, your real estate professional will assemble all of this data and present it to you. Now, they may use a comparative market analysis, or CMA, in which your home is compared to other properties, often called comparables or comps, by location, size, and amenities. It will feature your home's information, a photo of your property, square footage, bedrooms, bathrooms, and other features. There may be a page that shows mapping the relationship of your home and location to your competition. You'll have an opportunity to take a look at your competition, the photos, descriptions, square footage, etc. There may be information on average square foot cost, average days on market, and there may be information on absorption rate in your market. This allows you to examine the market and evaluate your competition. Now, a CMA is like an X-ray of the market. When a doctor takes an X-ray of your shoulder, the doctor isn't creating the injury that appears, nor is a real estate agent creating the market that exists at the time you are selling. In both cases, a qualified professional is showing you the reality of a situation so you can make an informed decision. You must be objective in comparing your home to others. To you, it's a home filled with emotion. To a buyer, it's a structure to be analyzed objectively. Now, it's normal for sellers to want more than market value, and when the data doesn't match the desire, they rightly raise questions. Here are the most common. We received an online estimate higher than that. There are many public real estate websites designed to capture real estate prospects and sell advertising. They do not have the capability to accurately determine the value of your home. A professional must conduct a physical inspection of your home, followed by a thorough analysis using recent, local, comparable property data. An online estimate of value should never be regarded as fact. We've had a fee appraisal higher than that. There are two criteria to consider when using a previous appraisal to determine an asking price. When was it done, and for what purpose? The more recent the appraisal, the more accurate the number. Changes that affect its accuracy include interest rates, additional homes for sale, recent sales, and seasonal shifts. Consider having the appraisal updated by the same appraiser to see how these changes affected value. The purpose also affects the amount. An appraisal done for insurance or refinancing may be higher, while for tax assessment or new mortgage may be lower. The CMA furnished by your agent is the most relevant to your current situation. And an appraisal that does matter is the one your buyers have done for mortgage application, because it establishes their maximum loan amount. Now, if the appraisal comes in for less than the sale price, the lender will reduce the loan amount, which could hinder the sale. And this is another good reason to price right. Now, as homeowners, we all feel that our home is better than the others. For a home to be better, it must surpass the others in these criteria: location, size, and amenities. Location is the most unique, unchangeable aspect of your home and determines the majority of value. This is especially true in condominiums and apartments where location is the primary differentiating factor. When people buy a home, the first thing they're buying is location, the direction it faces, the neighborhood, school district, freeway access, or proximity to shopping. Size is the second most influential factor and is measured in square feet or square meters. Now, some markets use foundation size, while others use total living area. Either way, your real estate agent will do an apples-to-apples comparison for you. Now, amenities contribute the smallest portion to overall value. But if location and size are comparable, then features such as appliances, construction quality, decorating, and condition become factors to differentiate one home from another. But it is natural to ask, what about the value of our improvements? Aren't there some improvements that add value to our home? Certainly there are. Capital improvements such as bathrooms, fireplaces, and major additions add more value, while cosmetic changes, repairs, and decorating add less. In simple terms, a capital improvement adds structure or systems that weren't there before. Replacing a roof or air conditioning system may feel like a capital improvement because of the high cost. However, they are considered maintenance. A repair restores value that was lost through use. Repairs to major systems extend the useful life of the home and may cause a buyer to select yours over another. Now here's a simple question to help you determine the value of an improvement. Thinking back to when you were making these improvements, if you knew then that you were moving today, would you still have made the improvements? The answer for many people is, oh no. Well, why not? Because we wouldn't get our money back. Another way to determine if an improvement adds value is to consider this. Let's say you could remove all the improvements and get your money back. What would you do? Would you keep the money or put it back into your home today? The bottom line is the main reason for making home improvements is for your enjoyment, not for resale. The principle of substitution is another way to demonstrate how improvement costs affect value. It states that the maximum value of a property tends to be set by the cost of acquiring an equally desirable substitute property. And regardless of the cost an owner has into a property, buyers only pay for what they get out of it. For example, my next door neighbor's home was flooded by rainwater flowing across her patio and into her basement, and she spent more than $20,000 on a retaining wall and waterproofing. Now, when she sold recently, the value of her home didn't increase. It merely maintained its value by being as dry as the others. Here's another example of a new construction home that sold for $250,000. Part of the cost of building was a $9,000 well. Next door, the builder had to drill through hard rock and a deeper water table, so the well cost $17,000, $8,000 more than the other. The question is, what would this home sell for? Answer, $250,000. The fact that the builder spent an additional $8,000 doesn't matter, because value is a function not of what you have in a home, but what you get out of it. And in both cases, they have water. But we paid more than that for it. It is possible that your home hasn't appreciated since the purchase, or worse yet, declined in value. Appreciation over the long term is common, but not guaranteed. When the value of your home is less than your original purchase price, you're left with a tough choice of whether to sell at a loss or stay in the home. You must decide if the benefits of moving exceed the amount of loss. To examine this further, let's take a look at the 4 principles of evaluation. They are cost, price, value, and market value. Cost is the amount originally paid plus capital improvements. Price is the amount you ask when putting it up for sale. Value is what it might be worth to one if you were to wait for that unique buyer. But even that buyer would be aware of market value, and market value is what your home is worth to willing buyers to cause a sale within a reasonable period of time. What is the relationship between cost and market value? There is no relationship between them, and financial collapses illustrate this dramatically. Consider this example. What if you acquired your home through an inheritance, in which case your cost was $0? How much would you try to sell it for today? The answer, you would attempt to get market value, even though you paid nothing for it. Regardless of their costs, homes sell for market value. Often, sellers will overprice their home, believing that buyers can always make an offer. It is true that buyers are free to make an offer, but they must first see your home to do so. Your asking price is like an exclusive invitation, attracting only those buyers who can afford your home. Once they've established their price parameters, they tend to stay within that range and not look any higher. So if your home is priced even $1 higher than this, your home is invisible to them and they won't find your home to make an offer. Now, a higher asking price may generate showings, and these are the buyers in a higher price range with higher expectations, and they will come and see your home. You will get showings. But as soon as they discover that your home does not meet their expectations, instead of making an offer, they're going to move on to other properties. So the right buyers, they don't see your home, and the higher priced buyers, they don't want it. So instead of catering to the bargain hunters, price your home to attract your sincere buyers, because they'll recognize a properly priced home and be motivated to offer reasonably. In fact, it's not uncommon for properly priced homes to generate multiple offers and sell above the asking price. You'd be better off to turn down a few low offers than not get any at all. Another pricing strategy is to try it at a higher price, believing we can always come down. This is a most common yet least effective approach because it requires dramatic price reductions to regain the attention of the market. This chart illustrates the history of a home that is overpriced. On the night it was listed, the value was here. But the owners, they wanted to try it at a higher price, believing they could always come down. So they had it on the market, it didn't sell, so they dropped the price. They waited for a while, and it didn't sell. So they lowered it again, waited, and finally, in desperation, saying, we'd better get down to market value. So they lower the price right to market value. What do you suppose happens at this point? Well, buyers ask the same question you ask at the front door of every showing you're on, and that is, how long has it been on the market? Why do you ask that? Because you think if it's been on the market too long, there must be something wrong with it, and maybe the sellers are ready to accept the lower offer. So now it remains on the market until the sellers are out of time, out of options, and may have to accept a below market offer. So this is another reason why it's important to price at market value on the night you list it. Many owners ask, couldn't we just try it for a couple of weeks? It seems harmless enough, but you actually waste your best marketing period. This chart illustrates showing activity over time. Today there is no activity because no one knows your home is for sale yet. But once your home is listed, exposure to the market will begin to generate showings from the pent-up demand. This activity will rise, peak, and then it will taper off as the pent-up demand is exhausted, leaving only those buyers new to the market. Don't make the mistake of overpricing your home during the period of its best activity and then lowering it after they're gone. It is a better strategy to price your home at market value so you can capitalize on some of the best prospects through your home. There is another activity curve that occurs before your buyers even set foot in your home. This is the action of viewing your home online to determine whether to see your home at all. Potential buyers click through new listings and they go through photo after photo. And what happens is that they eliminate homes that are outside of their price range or ones in which they're not interested. And this whole peak happens instantaneously and fades quickly. Now, if this online activity doesn't produce showings, then the market is speaking to you saying you are priced too high. It may be appropriate to lower your price even before there are many actual showings. So in summary, remember the benefits of pricing your home correctly. Faster sale. You and your family can satisfy the objectives that originally caused this move. You can finalize your plans, move together as a family, and have peace of mind. Less inconvenience. The sooner it sells, the fewer cleanings, showings, and interruptions of your schedule. More prospects. At the market value, more of the right buyers can see and afford it. Agent enthusiasm. The first sale you make is to other real estate agents, and when they see a properly priced home, they get excited and want to show it to their customers. Higher offers. The closer you price your home to the market, the higher offers you get. It's also the most likely way to create a multiple offer situation. Higher net equity. Bottom line, the closer you price to the market, the sooner it sells and the higher net equity you actually gain from your home, both from the actual price and from not having to pay for and maintain your property every month. I hope this video has helped you plan a strategy to price your home. Your real estate agent can answer questions that relate to your specific market. I wish you the best in the sale of your home. Thank you for watching this video.